let's play devil's advocate here. Let's look at the Jacksonville Jaguars. And what do the Jags have to do to win this game? I got a lot more things on the Jags. So
Jalen Ramsey has to
put his money where his mouth
yeah,
is.
exactly. That's what I'm thinking of. He's a very good corner. I would say top 2 in the league, along with Xavier Rhodes, both from Florida State. So, this defense is really good. This defense, it's a different kind of defense from the Vikings because the Vikings can stop them with yards. The Jaguars will just turn you over a lot. So, and we've seen historically, though, I think that's what kind of defenses that gives Brady trouble. Isn't the defense that's going to slow him down? Because that defense is like, oh yeah, we slowed Brady down, but he still put up 28 on us, and it wasn't enough. So I think the Jags have potential. If their defense shows up and turns Brady over a couple times, I think. And another thing would be Bortles. He made a couple throws against the Steelers that he needs to make, like just the little check down pass on whatever down it was that got him a first down to TJ Yeldon. That needs to happen. Bortles can't miss that throw. He has to be not perfect, but 98% to perfect.
He can't afford to make interceptions the way Tom Brady can afford to. Yeah, any more kind of takeaways?
Nope.
All right, I got a lot of notes on the Jags because I think the Jags are a lot more interesting. The Patriots are boring.
Exactly.
They're so boring. So to add to the Jaguars, batter Brady. I like the alliteration here. Like you said, defenses that beat Tom Brady, defenses that hit him. The New York Giants, they beat him because they had pressure. They made sure to make Brady know that they were coming for him. And he was rattled, and it rattled him those 2 games, and they used that to their advantage, and that's how they beat him. So let him know that you're there. Hit Brady a couple times. Be aggressive like the Vikings defense is usually against Aaron Rodgers. Hit him a couple times. Hit him. That I'm not implying that the Vikings were trying to break his collarbone, but you got to hit him. Use that to your advantage.
Get to the quarterback. It's just like we talked about earlier in the show with basketball. I guarantee you that the statistical average of a quarterback completing a pass is less when they have pressure in their face.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not going to affect a guy like Brady as much as it will like Jameis Winston or something,
or
Bortles, but it still helps. You can't just say, oh, well, it's not going to affect him as much as it would our quarterback, so we're not going to do it. You still got to do it and get to him and sack him.
And we know Brady's a prima donna, so we know that he'll throw fits. So it can get in his head, and I think that's what you got to do. You have Leonard Fournette. Run the football.
Use him.
Chew the clock. No turnovers from Blake. Again, chew the clock.
A key for this game would be to keep it as short as possible because you run the ball as much as possible, and the clock's always going.
Exactly.
The less time there is for the game, the less time you give Brady to beat you.
Exactly. The less time you have Bill Belichick to run the score up on you.
Exactly.
So keep Brady off the field. Let him sit on the sidelines and watch your offense run the football. Now, we talked about the Giants and how they beat them. You know who's sitting up who's the vice president of football operations, who sits up in those luxury boxes and watches Jaguars games?
I do.
And his name is Tom Coughlin. His first head coaching job in the NFL was with the Jaguars. His second was with the New York Giants, where he won them 2 Super Bowls, both against the Patriots. And he has the blueprint. He showed teams the blueprint on how to beat Tom Brady. And it's with pressure. And pressure will force Tom to make mistakes. Tom Coughlin's beat New England twice in Super Bowls 42 and 46. Use that to your advantage. I have without a doubt that Doug Marrone has had a lot of conversations with Tom Coughlin on how to beat Tom Brady. Granted, Gronk was at Super Bowl 46, but he wasn't as big of a presence as he is now.
Oh, definitely.
But still, that's when New England had the 2 tight ends that were, for lack of a better term, killing it on the field.
Oh, gosh.
With Aaron Hernandez. So, yeah, but that's basically, and to Doug Marrone, he's coached in Buffalo before there. He's went into New England in December and won games with the team, with not so great Buffalo teams. With Kyle Orton as his quarterback, they went into New England in December and won. Doug Marrone knows how to beat the Patriots too. He's beaten the Patriots before. So even though it is a David and Goliath game, don't count these Patriots out because don't count the Jaguars out against the Patriots because they have a roster that can beat them. And I know we like to say it's the Jaguars and Blake Bortles is their quarterback and whatnot. Say what you want about Blake Bortles right now because Ben Roethlisberger, Drew Brees, Phillip Rivers,
Blake Bortles is
Aaron
Eli Manning
Aaron Rodgers.
2.0. You heard it here.
If that dorky-looking quarterback somehow pulls off a win, yeah, I could see that. Let's hope that happens. So, yeah, that's pretty much my things. Don't count the Jaguars out. Even though I think the Patriots are going to win, it's going to be closer than people think. It's not going to be a 35-14 thing like Tennessee was, like against Tennessee. Don't count these Jaguars out.